Hello everyone and welcome to our first episode of BostonPump.com YouTube videos. The purpose of these videos are to basically answer the most common questions that we have received during the years providing you customer care. And this is again the purpose of these videos is to make sure that for those of you who just start pumping or receiving the equipment from the box, you can easily operate those and basically save you some time and by reviewing these videos, and also you can keep this as a as a how to do purpose. Now in this video, which is our first video, I like to explain to you the couplings that are supplied with our products. Usually Boston Pump uses two quality couplings. The first of couplings are what you can see, which is most common. This is called the male coupling. It's a simple white coupling with a little O-ring in the end. This O-ring could be, most cases are black, and some cases are silicone and is a colorless. The second part to these couplings are called female coupling, which is accompanied with all our cylinders. This coupling is basically stands like the other coupling. It stands of two part, which is this black neoprene coupling or Venton quality coupling O-ring. I'm sorry, and then you have the coupling body itself. Now these couplings, what makes these couplings unique? They are interlocking. So basically, this would adjust if this part, which is male coupling, connects to your pump. This part, which is female coupling, connects to your cylinder, and the purpose is that you can easily insert the male one to the female one, and by pressing you can lock these two pieces together, and as you can see, they would help you, they would provide you with an easy pumping, and once you're done with your pumping, or as we're going to explain more, you can basically press and detach these two pieces. Now for now, we're just going to leave this male coupling on the side, and we're just going to focus on the female coupling. Now, as I explained to you before, the female coupling accompanies all our cylinders. Now, this is a simple standard design cylinder, Boston Pump cylinder, that again, as you can see, original Boston Pump quality product. By the way, guys, please note that Boston Pump product are only sold through BostonPump.com and no other affiliates. If there are any other places that sells our product, rest assured that those products are fake. You can always call us and check with me or my colleague regarding the authenticity of the products. But again, BostonPump.com is a US registered trademark and is only sold through BostonPump.com by subsidiary of ZTAC International. Okay guys, now back to the demonstration. So this is your female coupling. What we recommend you guys to do when you get this product, we usually have a tiny bit of a grease, which is a water quality hydro grease, hypoallergenic hydro grease. Is a tiny bit applied to the threads of the coupling, and then what we are going to do, we are going to basically tighten this on top of the cylinder. So this is the way you get the cylinder. Basically, that's how the cylinder come out of the package. Now, sometimes we get questions from you guys, and you're asking us how much I should tighten these couplings, or why do I leak from my cylinder is leaking, and all these questions that are very proper and actually very good questions. The main thing is that when you get these guys, you take this cylinder out of the plastic. The first thing you should do always to make sure that this coupling sits right. The way you know it sits right is that, first of all, when you get this product out of the plastic, I recommend that you loosen up the coupling. You don't need to take it out, but loosen it sometimes, and then make sure you learn how you're threading this on the top of the acrylic. You don't want to over thread the plastic on acrylic, because obviously the acrylic is a stronger material and would eat up the plastic. Doing so would damage your coupling, and of course, in the beginning, if you damage your coupling first time, you have to pay for shipping. It will be covered under your warranty for the first time. although the shippings is on you. But you don't, that will delay your whole process of pumping. So in order to avoid that, just make sure you don't over thread this piece on the cylinder. Once you've done that, you gotta slowly turn this clockwise, as you can see, and you come to the point that you feel that the O-ring is the white piece touching the O-ring, and if you're threading this more, you will see the O-ring is getting squeezed out of its place. So you can see now the O-ring is getting somewhat squeezed. As you can see, the O-ring is pushed too far. Now, this is where you have to stop, and that's, you do not want this coupling to be over tightened. This only has to be tightened by the hand. You are not going to use any tools, and only hand tighten to the point that the black O-ring is comfortably cushioned between the white coupling and the cylinder. You don't want the coupling to be displaced, like over tightened like this. As you can see, it's over squeezed and somehow it's pushing out from the side. And you don't want the coupling to be under tightened, of course, because then you will leak air. Like in the case, you can see that there is a space in between here now. So now let's see if we can get a clear shot on that. You see? And now you're going to over tighten this. That means that you basically going to push it out of the side. And you can see this is over tightening. Now, what happens is majority of the time we have noticed that you guys have a problem with over tightening this. What happens when you over tighten is that the O-ring gets displaced, and since there are air release notches, there are some notches provided inside the threads for faster air relief. Those are, if you're over pressing this O-ring by tightening too much, you will cause the air easily will leak from it. The other thing that you run the risk is either you're cracking the top, which is voiding the warranty, is not covered under the warranty, or you might basically damaging the whole system. So the fact is this, again, once you get this product, it is already lubricated. Loosen it up somewhat, and then go ahead and tighten it clockwise till the black O-ring is pushed comfortably toward the cylinder, and you can feel the coupling will stop. And once the coupling stops turning, you feel some resistance from the coupling, you stop right there, and that's a good level of a tightness. You don't want to tighten this further than that. Okay, so this explains the methodology for the couplings on the cylinder. Now we're going to talk about the coupling on the pump, which is the male coupling, this piece. Again, when you get this piece, usually this piece is somewhat lubricated, and if you see that there isn't, we have missed the lubrication, or we didn't put enough lubrication, which is not, it never happens, you can always use a tiny bit of actually butter or Nivea cream or anything that is a soft, not invasive. You don't want to use a car grease, or you don't want to use the engine oil, you don't want to use olive oil, you don't want to use those stuff. What you can use shea butter, you can use the eating butter, the breakfast butter, or you can actually use a tiny bit of Vaseline, very, very tiny bit of Vaseline. And or if you got in the package you receive the pumping oil, you can drop a small amount of pumping oil and rub the rest of it off using a Q-tip. So basically what you will do, you will grab the pumping oil and you drop a small amount of pumping oil. I just demonstrate that, and then you grab a Q-tip and you remove the excessive oil so it's not greasy, and then you will drop a little bit oil in there too as well, and then you have a beautiful couplings that are going to work and last for a long time. So basically the idea is that the female coupling goes in there and you will hear the nice click. If you do not hear the click, it could be that your couplings are dry, thus you have to lubricate them. I repeat that, and sometime, occasionally 1 or 2% of the time, can happen that you don't hear the click, and it definitely will happen after extended use of a product that you will not hear the click. If you do not hear the click, it means that your lubrications are dried out. So you need to use your lubrication has dried out, so you have to basically go and either use a little Vaseline or a little butter, or use the pumping oil with a little Q-tips. And the places you want to drop the oil is around the shaft here, around the notches here on the male coupling. You're going to clean the rest of it with the Q-tips. You're gonna drop a little bit of oil inside this, and also it would be great to drop a little bit oil in there between the O-rings and the threads, and that will eliminate all the problems with coupling. So what happens when you put this in, you hear the nice click and you get a great locking system. Again, you see that? Listen to the click. You want to hear that. When you hear that, that means the system is locked in, okay? Now, here I have a trigger pump, which is one of our most common, very common product. BostonPump is a staple product for BostonPump. As you can see, this trigger pump comes with a black O-ring. The black or silicone, guys, it doesn't really matter. They're all great products. We're just randomly changing the product. Just make sure that, you know, we always trying all the good quality and basically be testing and be selecting the best of them. So the past 3 years we have using both black and silicone, and to be honest with you, both of them are great quality. And if in a time you will eventually wear out this black little ring, and if you send us a self-stamped envelope, we will be glad to give you a pair of those for free. Of course, I'm talking about the O-ring, not the coupling. So you see this, guys, and this is another coupling, and what we will do, we can push, and again another great lock. So what this will do basically, now, so why do we need this locking system? The locking system is there for continuous pumping effect. So that means that when you guys are you're sucked in your penis in here and you establish a vacuum, after you establish the vacuum, you don't want this pump to hang on you and pull the whole process, you know. So what you will know, let me zoom out a little bit. Okay, so what you will need to do is that after you process, you pump yourself in and you got a good vacuum build up, then you will go and press this side tab and you release this end, and you will disengage the pump, and you keep this would stay shut on your body. Okay, now I want to see, sometimes you can demonstrate that on your palm, and I want to see if I can successfully show it to you. However, this is a little bigger cylinder, and it might not be very comfortable in my palm, but let me see if I can try to show you that. Let me see if I can. Yeah, okay, guys, as you can see, it's sucked to my hand, right? You see the cylinder is sucked to my hand and the pump. Now what I will do, if I click this up, you see, guys, this is sitting on my hand. So I want all of you to be able to see this nice demonstration. So you can see, guys, this is on my palm. As you can see, very sucking, my hand is getting red. Okay, and I can upside down, I can shake it, and this is the beauty of BostonPump. And by pulling the cylinder a little bit apart, tiny bit, you can even cause more vacuum, and then eventually you can break the vacuum. You can either break the vacuum by pulling on it, or you can actually open the valve and release the air. Now, many times, people calling us and telling us, hey, guys, I'm using my equipment, but I'm not getting vacuum. My pump does not hold the vacuum. I'm going to repeat this again and again and again, that our pumps, the BostonPump.com products, are not meant to keep the vacuum, because it's not safe. These pumps only have a one-way valve, so they only provide you the vacuum. So basically, again, I'll show you that. And so you saw that these pumps are meant to, let me do this again, see if I can. Okay, guys, as you can see how easy I can build up a vacuum on my palm. So this is built. Now you see, guys, I'm about at about 10 millimeter mercury pressure here. Now if I keep this pressure, you see the pressure is going to go down. You see that, guys? So this is a safety feature. So if you do not want the vacuum to go down and you want to maintain the vacuum in the cylinder, what you need to do is you simply got to disengage the pump from the cylinder. You have to disengage the other half, basically the pump from the cylinder, and that helps you to maintain a vacuum, as you can see. Now I'm going to open this and it's going to come out. So once again, if you guys want to maintain the vacuum in the cylinder, you have to disengage the pump using this little tab, and then you will be able to keep the vacuum in cylinder, giving that you originally have a great vacuum built up, you are shaved, you are lubricated, and you already know how to build up a vacuum. Because if you do not know how to build up a vacuum on the shaft of your penis, you will not gonna get a good vacuum, period. Okay? So, given that everything is correct, you know how to pump, you know how to build up a pressure, you are shaved and you are lubricated. After you pumped up to the optimal level that you feel comfortable, then you have to disengage the pump, and I demonstrate this as I'm talking. Disengage the pump, snap it off like this, in order to keep the vacuum in the cylinder. Not doing so would cause the air to leak out through the pump. Okay? Alright guys, so I hope you find this video helpful. If you have any question or comment, please send us an email, customercare@bostonpump.com, customercare@bostonpump.com. My name is Thomas, guys. I have spoken with many of you during the years, and please like and subscribe to our YouTube videos. And again, these are new videos we're posting for you guys. There's going to be many videos posted, and if you have any question or you want us to address your problem, showing you by demonstrating this to you, please send us an email. Again, give us a visit and subscribe to our channel, and your support is highly appreciated. Once again, BostonPump.com is a registered U.S. trademark and is only sold through BostonPump.com website. All other products are fake, and BostonPump.com would not support nor service any fake manufacturers. Thank you very much, guys, and see you guys again. Bye-bye.